Here's Brad. He's been working on his arm bend and making sure his arm isn't bending from his wrist. Looks like he's doing much better with that. I'd still like to see the right arm bend initiate from the elbow, more in front of the shoulder instead of really under the shoulder. And also keep the head looking down at all times, because it looks like you're sneaking a peek forward almost every stroke. The right elbow is slipping a little bit back towards your body instead of staying wide and strong on your catch. Here, coming forward, you can see how that right elbow slips in towards your body. All right, here we're looking at Dan. The first thing I noticed when I watched this video is that you are breathing late. That means you're turning your head after your hand is already pushing down. So right here, you're going to notice the arm is pushing down, the head is up, and you're almost swimming over your arm. So your arm's underneath you and you're kind of rolling up and over it. Again, you can see here, arm pushing down, head up. The arm should be extended out in front of you almost the entire time that your head is out of the water breathing. And for you, your arm is really underneath you. What's going to help you fix that is doing the catch-up drill. Even though it's not a lot of fun, it is very effective. Also, you need to really keep your eye on the arm that's doing the catch. If your eyes follow your thumb, you'll get your timing correct. Basically, you need to turn your head a lot earlier, or first turn your head and then start your catch. Here you can see arm down, head up. Your catch is looking good, especially with the right arm. Very good, very sound. Here you can see you've got a great bend with the right arm. Left arm is still a little deep in the water, but in general, definitely getting better and starting to stay within that track. Here we've got Margaret, and we're starting off with the catch-up drill just so that you can see the difference between what you look like when you're doing the catch-up drill and what you look like when you're swimming. Really doing a good job here of keeping your body position extended. You're keeping your eyes down, your chin tucked into your chest. That's good. I'd like you to lean more on your chest to push your hips up towards the surface of the water. As you can see here, your hips are pretty significantly under the water. They're hardly breaking the surface, and ideally your hips will break the surface on every breath. It'll make it a lot easier for you to breathe as well. Your whole body needs to be up on top of the water. Here you can see your legs and your hips are really deep in the water. Here's on the way back, you're going more into swimming here. Notice that with your arms, since you're kind of pushing straight down and not pulling back, you're not really grabbing the water very much. When you're breathing, your arm is already pushing down, pushing your head up, instead of like during the catch-up drill where your arm stays extended out in front of you, which is really important for you as you learn to breathe. Also, I noticed that with your kick, you're not necessarily kicking from your hip. You've got just a lot of action going on from below the knees. I'd like to see you use your entire leg. Here's from a different angle. Typically, I'd like to see you swim through a tube. As you can see, your legs are kind of coming out of that, as well as your arms. Here's just a quick one from above the water. Ideally, I like to see a very high elbow when you're reaching forward. Notice that your elbow and your arm are kind of level to the water, so you might want to work on the magic marker drill or the zipper drill. Here we have Laura, who is starting with, I think, catch-up drill. Or not. First of all, really good arm extension on both sides. On the right side, the catch, it looks like the elbow's dropping a little bit on it and coming in very close to the side of your body, which isn't giving you a lot of power through it. But your arm is bent very nicely, which I do like. Your head's down, your chin's down to your chest. You look very calm in the water here, which is also a good trait. Really nice reach forward. There you can see with the right arm how the elbow is really tucked in towards your side. You really want to keep it wide and up. Kind of an awkward position, but we can talk about that when we're on land. Here, looking at you from the front, we should see a little bit more with the elbows. Got a really good bent arm with the right arm. Left arm is getting there. If we can just get that elbow high on the right arm on the catch, you will be swimming a lot faster immediately. Your body's staying in line nicely. You're definitely breathing all your air out. Here you can really see where you're kind of staying on that side, and this is the pause that I've talked to you about. When you're breathing, notice pause. And that's the part where I think you're pushing straight down with that left arm. That's where you're getting a little shoulder issue as well. I don't really want you staying in that position for so long. Here from above the water, pretty good high elbow. But you can see how you're moving your head up when you're breathing instead of pushing the top of your head down into the water to create the pocket. You're not breathing in the pocket. You're picking your head entirely up out of the water. So that's going to be something that you're just going to have to work on. It will come over time.